We have it easy, considering that the forefathers, Abraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov, worked so hard to get closer to God, and their descendants were exiled in Egypt, went through 210 years of labor in exile in Egypt, till finally they emerged from Egypt and they got to the mountain of Sinai and they received the Torah from the mouth of God. We have it easy because we already have the Torah. The moment we're born, the moment we become bar mitzvah, bat mitzvah, we already are able to do all of the commandments, study the Torah, which our forefathers had to work so hard to achieve on their own efforts. So, 1 second. If God gave us the Torah at Sinai, and that's why we do it, why does the Torah give us the history of our people? Why does the Torah tell us about Abraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov, about the exile in Egypt? What can it possibly tell us today, we the privileged ones, who 3,334 years ago received the Torah at Sinai? And here's the thing. We did receive the Torah. And the moment we do a mitzvah, we study Torah, we draw down God's infinite light into the world. But you can't really appreciate that without taking the longer route of mimicking what our forefathers did. You gotta be like Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov and try and stand on your tippy toes to get as close as possible as you can get to God in order to truly appreciate the godliness that you're bringing out into the world when performing the mitzvahs that God gave us in the Torah at Sinai. You know, even more than that, exile in Egypt. Oh, we don't want to go back to Egypt. We're never going to go back to Egypt. But you know what they did in Egypt? Backbreaking work. Our sages tell us backbreaking work really means when you're doing something that's out of your league, that's out of your character, that's against your nature. Getting men to do women's work, women to do men's work, in the classic way our sages describe it. It means leaving your comfort zone. So you know, really, to get to Sinai, you have to go through a kind of Egypt. If you want to truly appreciate the gift of Sinai, the revelation of God in the world, you have to be prepared to leave your comfort zone. Isn't that what Lech-Lecha is all about? This week's portion? Be prepared to leave, to journey, to go out of your comfort zone. And the Torah gives us all this history because it's not just history. It's something that we bring into our life in a microcosmic way. We try our hardest. We stand on our tippy toes. We leave our comfort zone. And then when we do the mitzvahs and study the Torah, we truly are able to more deeply appreciate the godliness that we draw down into the world through that.
Moment of Wisdom. Sub-brief and life-changing moments. Join us. Subscribe to Moment of Wisdom channels on YouTube, Telegram, Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp.